Pleasure to speak with you. I've watched the first few episodes. I can't wait to see the rest of it and see how it all unfolds. But for you, it does feel like a more reserved kind of role for you, especially for something in the horror genre. Was it kind of nice for you to show another side, to maybe tap into something that does seem, I don't want to say more serious, but definitely less, I guess, slapstick?
Yeah, I mean, he's an adult. I'm an adult now. My sensibilities change just like anybody else's. So I read the guy as a perfectly rational character who's trying to figure out
Yes.
if this is all real or not real. And I relate to it because I don't believe in any of this crap. And so I like the chief is like, okay, let's figure out if there's a logical explanation because a lot of conspiracy theories came out of this.
Yeah.
uh, Came out of the Satanic Panic, and a lot of them are still floating in the ether. But I think it was just it's a reaction to the Reagan era. It was very, he wanted to put a thumb on it. Those radical hippies, 60s and 70s. Let's have no more of that. And so I think it was a very interesting time period, and you're always going to have the subversive whenever there is a force that's very controlling. Drugs are bad.
hmm As someone who was, in their 20s in the 80s, was Satanic Panic ever something that you know, got into you, crept into your actual life or town or wherever you were at the time?
I'm not sure that we had that phrase back then. I was
Mm,
more of a practicing religious guy at that time. So I was certainly concerned about anything that might challenge all the stuff that you read when you're a kid. You go to Sunday school, you learn that this happens and this happens and this happens, and then you hear that there's a group that goes, no, we like this over here, and we think this is just as real as this over here, and
mm,
we like this better. And it's just upsetting. It's upsetting to anybody who really believes in something with all of their heart, that
mm,
it's tricky when something else comes in and attacks it. So in a
right,
small town, this is the right town to do this with. Happy Hollow, Michigan in the 80s. You don't do this to New York City.
right.
New York City, so what? So what? It's just another crazy day in New York City. But small town in the 80s. I'm from Michigan. Um, I know these small towns. My folks had a place outside of Gladwin, Michigan, right in the middle of the state.
Okay.
And this nothing happens in those towns. There's no
Yeah.
criminal activity whatsoever.
hmm
Shotgun accidents, hunting accidents. That's it. So it's the right premise, and I thought the writers, Matthew Kane and his group, did a very good job.
And now I know I saw a recent interview where you said you're kind of hesitant to read roles that are horror these days. I think obviously because you have such a history with doing horror yourself. What are you hoping to do more of, and maybe what is behind maybe that not aversion but hesitance, I guess.
I don't look. I don't. It's just a matter of how many days you want to wake up staring at a cellar floor covered in blood. The answer is not many more for
Yeah.
me. And so it's not like I'm avoiding horror. I avoid anything that's crappy these days. I've done so much crappy stuff. I know what's crappy, and I know what's going to lead to crappiness because I can smell it a mile away. And this is universal. These are my burn notice buddies. This is my
hmm
studio, Hercules and Xena, Universal. I still have fond memories of those times. So all of that adds up to me being interested. And if the words aren't on the page, I now know, don't go after it. I've turned
hmm
things down because I say to my agent, I don't know what they want me to do here. It seems
Yeah.
like anybody could say any of these lines of dialogue on this page, whereas each character should be distinct. Like you shouldn't be able to swap a single line of dialogue with any other
Right.
characters, right? And writers do this every day. They go, take half of this and give it to Joe, and let have Joe say Karen's lines. And so that's sloppy writing. And so I'm attracted by good writing.
Yeah, as you should be. And now I have to ask because I am a huge Evil Dead fan. I saw you were with the director of the next one recently. You shared
Yeah.
the picture on Instagram. What should we
Yes.
read into that photo?
Whatever you want. There's more coming. because the last Evil Dead from Lee Cronin, made the most of any Evil Dead movie of all of them,
Yeah.
and so we'd be silly not to let the folks have what they want, more carnage
And
and mayhem.
you'll continue to be involved in
Yeah,
some way, either
we'll
behind
help
or in
them
front
out.
of.
Yeah, yeah, we'll beat those directors up. Don't you worry about it.
Can't wait. And lastly, do you have any Halloween plans this year? Do you know what your
Yes,
costume's going to be?
normally
Do you
I
dress up?
go. Yeah, I go as an unemployed actor normally during Halloween.
Great.
No, in this case, my local Elks, the Ashland Elks 944, we're having a casino-ween on the 26th. We're having a big, huge all Elks bash at my Elks. It's going to be really cool.
Well, have fun. Happy spooky season and a pleasure
Thanks.
speaking
You
with
can
you.
come. You just got to say you're a guest to me, and you can get in.
I'm on my way.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Thank you.